ghost of the Mughal palace. Akbar and Birbal were the most popular duo of the Mughal court. Their tales of wit and wisdom are still told today. But even these two great men were not immune to fear. One night, Akbar was sitting in his chambers, working on some important documents. Birbal was sitting nearby, reading a book. Suddenly, they heard a noise. It was a strange, eerie sound, like a woman crying. Akbar and Birbal looked at each other in alarm. They stood up and went to the window. They could see a figure moving in the shadows of the courtyard below. It was a woman, dressed in white. "What is that?" Akbar whispered. "I don't know," Birbal replied. "But it looks like a ghost." Akbar and Birbal watched in silence as the woman moved through the courtyard. She stopped in front of the main gate and looked up at the palace. Then, she disappeared into the night. Akbar and Birbal were both shaken by what they had seen. They had never believed in ghosts before, but now they were not sure what to think. "Do you think it really was a ghost?" Akbar asked. "I don't know," Birbal replied. But it was certainly strange. Akbar and Birbal decided to go to bed. But they couldn't sleep. They kept thinking about the ghost they had seen. The next night, the ghost appeared again. This time, she was standing in the hallway outside Akbar's chambers. She was looking at him through the window. Akbar saw the ghost and screamed. He ran to the door and locked it. Then, he hid under the bed. Birbal heard Akbar scream and ran into the room. He saw the ghost and was terrified. But he knew he had to do something. Birbal picked up a chair and threw it at the ghost. The chair hit the ghost and knocked her down. Then, the ghost disappeared. Akbar crawled out from under the bed. He was shaking and pale. "What happened?" he asked. "I don't know," Birbal replied. "But the ghost is gone." Akbar and Birbal decided to call their advisors. They told them about the ghost and asked for their help. The advisors were all very wise men. They listened to Akbar and Birbal's story and then they began to think. After a while, one of the advisors spoke up. "I think I know what is happening," he said. "I think the palace is haunted." The other advisors nodded in agreement. "But why?" Akbar asked. "Who is the ghost and why is she haunting the palace?" "I don't know," the advisor replied. "But I think we need to find out." The advisors decided to stay in the palace that night and keep watch for the ghost. They wanted to see if she would appear again. At midnight, the ghost appeared. She was standing in the courtyard, looking up at the palace. The advisors saw the ghost and they were all very scared. But they knew they had to do something. One of the advisors stepped forward and spoke to the ghost. "Who are you?" he asked. "And why are you haunting this palace?" The ghost looked at the advisor and then she spoke. "I am the ghost of a woman who was murdered in this palace many years ago," she said. "My name is Anarkali." Anarkali told the advisors her story. She was a beautiful dancer who had fallen in love with Akbar. But Akbar's father, Jahangir, had disapproved of their relationship. He had ordered Akbar to kill Anarkali, and so Akbar had. Anarkali's ghost told the advisors that she would not rest in peace until Akbar had paid for his crime. The advisors were horrified by Anarkali's story. They knew that they had to help her. They went to Akbar and told him what they had learned. Akbar was very upset when he heard Anarkali's story. He had not known that she had been murdered. Akbar decided to make amends for his crime. He ordered a tomb to be built for Anarkali. He also ordered that her ghost be appeased. Akbar and the advisors performed a special ceremony to appease Anarkali's ghost. After the ceremony, the ghost disappeared. It is said that Anarkali's ghost was never seen again, and it is said that Akbar lived happily ever after. But some people say that Anarkali's ghost still haunts the palace. They say that she is still waiting for Akbar to pay for his crime. On dark nights, some people say they can still see Anarkali's ghost moving through the palace. Hello to all viewers of the World's Nature YouTube channel. I am very honored to have had the opportunity to write this story for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I request all of you to like and subscribe to the World's Nature YouTube channel. On this channel, you will find beautiful and amazing videos. I also promise you that I will write a new story for you soon. Until then, take care and goodbye.